guys, welcome to Testing Academy. My name is Pramod, and in this video, we are starting out with a REST Assured tutorial for beginner, and this is the part one of the series. And this is a practical examples guide. So I will be doing practical examples in front of you with very little, you can say theoretical concepts. Okay, so let's go through the step by step, and I hope you will learn a lots of things related to REST Assured. So let's get started. All right, guys. So we are gonna talk about the rest assured, right? So let's quickly jump into it. What is it? And we are doing it quickly as possible. So rest assured is a Java DSL, or you can say it's a set of APIs or libraries which basically provides you to test the APIs, to test APIs, right? It supports HTTP methods like get, post, put, patch, delete, and it's based on the behavior-driven concept, which is BDD, right? uh, what you can do is that it can be used to verify or validate your API responses, and right. So basically, we can validate the actual result with the expected results. So that is very helpful. It is hot in the market, and lots of people are still using it. It's supported by Google. That's why, and people prefer, means most of the people are automating using Selenium Java, so they prefer Rest Assured to test their API testing. So you should know it. If you are a good automation tester, you should know how to use Rest Assured, right? It's very easy to use. Let me show you how. Right. So that's all about Rest Assured in a simple way. So quick recap, what we are going to do is that we are going to automate a particular demo, right? So the first thing first is that I'm going to show you how it's look like in a Postman tool. If you haven't watched my previous tutorial, you can go to, you can check it out, the Postman tutorial, where we'll basically discuss about the different HTTP methods, how we have automated using the Postman. That we are doing, that basically we are converting those things into the rest assured, right? So that's what we are doing here, right? And last few things, so there are like before starting out the rest assured, what are the things that you need to install, right? The first thing first, I will highly recommend you to install IntelliJ Community Edition. It's free of cost, right? That you can get it from jetprince.com/idea, right? We'll be creating a Maven project, so go with the flow, and you will get to know about it, right? We are going to use the rest assured Maven repository. We are basically downloading it from here, so no need to download the jars the old way, right? Traditional way, we are not doing it traditional way. We are creating a Maven project which can work fine, right? And before that, you need to make sure that your machine has a JDK installed. If you have installed the intelligent, and they have like intelligent method, they will automatically have a particular JDK downloaded along with it. So, but if you haven't downloaded it, you can basically Google the JDK Mac or JDK Windows. You will basically have a certain links where you can download the Java developing kits, and make sure they are added to the path. In most of the time, for Mac users, it's already there. Means you can directly do it, or you can go to this link. There will have a Stack Overflow answer. Means they will basically give you how to basically put the JDK into your path variables. Okay, that's not I'm gonna show it in this video. Right. So let's come to IntelliJ, and I have already prepared the demo for you, so don't worry. And let me first show you how it's what we are automating in this case, right? So we are basically automating the two requests in this video, right? So let me put myself here, and here we have the collection. So let me do HTTP method, right? So this is the first method, which is basically we are using a request response.in, and this is the endpoint, and we want all the users. This is a get method. This is the HTTP get method, get method, which is used to get the resources, right? We want to use a query param. Basically, we want up to page two, how many users that you have, give it to us, and we should the response should be in a JSON format, right? So that's we want to validate. Basically, we are going to write a simple test case, and uh, let me see if I have sent it or not. Okay, I have clicked the send button now. Okay. And I have written a small Postman test. And if you don't know how to write this Postman test, you can check out my other Postman videos. So I'm just validating that page type. Basically, this key value should be 2. So our test case is passing, which means everything works fine. And we are basically converting basically this request into the rest assured, right? So how we are gonna do that, right? So this is the IntelliJ. This the I have already prepared demo, guys, so don't no need to worry. how you're gonna start is that you're gonna click File, New Project. You're gonna select Maven, right? And what I would recommend is that create from archetype, and there is an option of quick start. Okay, so let's click on it and click next. Let's do a name as scroll test. I prefer scroll test. That is my site. Go to scrolltest.com to get more details. You can have more things like org dot. So I'm gonna type reverse domain, right? And we have a API. Let's suppose I'm gonna click next. Let me put myself here. Finish. I'm gonna put open this into new video because new window because I want to take help, right? So first thing first, what you need to do is that it will take a little bit time, and I would recommend you to auto enable this option, right? So that Maven dependency automatically get downloaded. So it's going to take a little bit time to download basically it will create a demo project for you, which is a Maven empty project. It doesn't contain anything, right? And so this is a typical structure looks like. We have a pom.xml where you will mention all the dependency. Right now, only the JUnit is added, right? We have no plugins, and all these plugins are already added by default one. This is Maven's one. We have test file where you can do the testing. And we have main Java. This is the file where we are automating, right? Right, this is the hello world that we are running. So if you want to run it, you can click on write an app.main. That will basically it will basically run this. So it will basically run the hello world project. So now any environment is working fine. So first thing first, we need to install the dependency of rest assured, right? So I'm going to switch back and copy this from here, dependency, right? And here is the link one basically. So this is the link. You can go to this link and click on this 4.3, and this is the thing that you need to copy and go back to your IntelliJ. Go back to the project that you have pom.xml. This is my project, right? Scroll test. Now you need to enter it here in the dependencies tab. Okay, so let's put it here. I just put it, and you can see it start resolving, right? It's basically automatically download it. So make sure your automatic import of Maven is there, right? And here, let me create a new Java class. So let's suppose the name of it's get user, right? And I'm going to create a main method, right? So first thing first, what you need to do is that we need to tell what is the base URL of rest assured, right? So we can do rest assured dot base URL. URI, and the base is our this one, right? So this up to this one, this is our, let's put semicolon. Now it will basically tell you that it's red one. It means it's asking, should I add the Maven library, this one, to class path? Yes, you should. Now it will take a little bit time, but we'll do it. Give me 1 second. And we need to do option enter import class. Now we have successfully entered. So now we have ventured that we have told the rest assured that the base URL that we are using is this one, right? Now, how rest assured works is a very simple one. It works with the given, when, then, right? When given this condition, when this happen, then this happen. That you need to basically, it's a BDD style, right? Uh, so let's import all of them. Instead of it, let's do star so that everything is there, right? So now let's start with given, right? So I'm not gonna type it here again, just copy paste the few things quickly so that you need the point here is to understand the things, right? So we are doing get given when the query param. So this is again after given, we want to pass a query param which is page is equal to 2, right? So that we can do basically we need to pass in strings. So key value, this is key value, right? We don't need any body, right? So that basically we are passing empty, or you can just remove it also. That will work as same way. Now, after it's done, we need to do a get request. So dot when we do dot get, right? So this is the get request. This is this is the get request. And if you want post request, you need to change it to post. If you need patch, you need to change patch. If you change it to put, you need to change it to put. Okay, so this is where the magic happens. Now, here till now, we have made a request. Now we want then. I want then all dot logs. So basically, this is the one, right? Give me 1 second. All dot log. Okay, get after get. Then let me remove this part. Okay. Okay, dot is okay, should work fine. Okay, okay, two times time is not. All right. So I like this way. Right. So now we have when we are making a get request, then we are basically logging everything into the console and we are logging all, right? So and after it's done, after the request has made, we are asserting that status code should be 200. So that's what we are getting here, right? 200. And we need to check. So after dot, you will get a body. You can call body again. And here you can basically check with the key value again. So key will be page directly because it is available directly, right? Where is the body, right? It is directly available. If you want ID, it should be data.id. Here it should be data.id. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. We are checking with equal to 2. That's what we are doing, right? So let me run this one. I'm going to run the by using this directly method, or you can click directly this button to basically run this one, or again you can type maven directly run it. Okay, so now we have this one response, right? So everything works fine, nothing is failing, it means cool, or get response is working fine, right? So let's check it if everything is working fine or not. Let's make it 3, right? So if I have made it 3, so it's telling me that okay, there's some error and I'm expecting 3, but the actual result is 2. Ooh, right? So rest assured is working fine. So let's make it 2 again to pass it. Now it's very simple to use. Right? The only thing remaining is post, right? So let's do a post request. I'm gonna go create a new class again, Java. I'm gonna call it create user. I'm gonna call the main method again. So how post method works, let's go to the postman to understand this concept. We want to make a post request to this endpoint and we need to pass this payload or body, right? And make sure the header should be JSON. By default is generally a JSON, but yeah, need to mention it. Okay, so there is a data payload that need to perform. In get request there was no data, but in post request we need to pass the data, a body, right? So let me close this collection runner. Okay, let's move back here. I'm gonna quickly copy paste something from my previous one and a copy paster, guys. Sorry for that, but that's how it works. I don't want to type and waste your precious time, right? Just import everything, type. Right. So again, we are mentioning the base URL will be remain same, and here is the interesting part, which is basically we have created a string. So we are passing JSON as a string, and I have mentioned name is equal to Morpheus, job is equal to leader. Make sense, right? And here is a string. Now again, we need to do given when then, right? So given dot body. Now you have to pass the body to do that, right? So now given dot body. Here you can also mention headers also, right? So I'm going to explain you in the next tutorial, probably in the advanced one, how you can send the headers also, right? We'll create some automation frameworks along with it. This is just a step-by-step or simple way to understand the rest assured for a beginner, right? So here you need to mention the body after when we are basically making a post request. So that is an important here. In the previous example, it was get. Now I want to log everything. I want to assert that the status should be 201, right? That is what I want to assert. And basically we are checking that if ID is not null, that's what we are checking. So here, if we do the call, let me send it here. So this is ID is generated, right? So it's a random ID because of the API. So I'm just checking it's not null. And what I am using to basically checking it is that I'm using a matcher of Hammercrust. Okay. So this is Hammercrust is a assertion library which provides you certain matchers and all so that you can leverage it, right? So you can basically check for not null, null, object value, assertion, different kind of things, right? So we are going to explore in the upcoming videos. So that's what I'm checking here in this case, create user, right? So let's run it using the run.main method, or you can directly click here. Everything you should work fine because yeah. So its pass is and it's basically logged that ID is 3001, right? So that is again pass. So that is how you do a post request, get and post requests in a very simple manner, right? In the next video, we are going with post patch put request also, right? And after that, we'll start creating our automation framework. I want to cover it in the minimum videos as possible because rest assured is a very small thing to learn, but people have created lots of videos around it. I don't know why, but it's very simple to understand, right? If you know Java, if you understand Java, if you understand the BDD language, it's very simple to implement rest assured API testing, right? Or if you have a very good experience in API testing using Postman, you can directly convert most of the things into the rest assured, right? So there is, I guess, there's a port example, right? Yeah, Java, okay, or HTTP means there are like ways you can basically directly import to the uh, rest assured, right? Most you can convert most of your Postman scripts that you have created, right, into the rest assured in a very minimum way. All right. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you have liked this. If you have found any value in this video, then please don't forget to comment down below. If you have any kind of question, don't forget to like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. If you want to send me message, thank you. That will be fine, right? I'll see you in the next video. Bye.